Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing an ancestor messages reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading can resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. I praise the creator of all, supreme, omnipotent, and in all things. I praise all of the high and virtuous spirits who have walked the way of eternal light and love. I praise all of our ancestors from Mother Africa, who is the mother of the entire human race. I praise all of the spirits who died during slavery in the Middle Passage, around the world, here in the United States, during Jim Crow, and today. Great Spirit family, since you are free of body and form, we know that you now have greater wisdom and greater power. We ask that you hear the call of your child and come protect us. Use your greater power and influence to help us solve our problems of money, health, family trouble, and racism. We ask that you somehow give us a sign that you are pleased with your children and that you are receiving our worship. Benevolent ancestors, open the gates of wealth to our people and guide us in the wisest and most effective ways to help all Earth's children live harmoniously. Help us to remember we are part of the whole, part of God, part of each other. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, guys, let's get into this reading. This is an ancestor message reading. It's been a minute. Okay, it has. The oracle cards that I'm using for this reading are from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Okay, and we have a 9-card spread and the top and bottom of the deck. I'll start at the top and bottom and then we'll get into your spread. You guys have a very strong energy of magic or study, all right? Page of Pentacles, Magician. Some of you all are becoming greater occultists or adepts in a spiritual study, magical study, or nature study, Page of Pentacles. But it really is not just about magic. It's about becoming an expert in your field, to be like a true student and then an expert. The overall energy that I feel for you guys is study hall. You guys are in a spiritual study hall. Because even here, bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords with the clarified by the Sun, which is basically sharing all your wisdom, like everything, because the Queen of Swords has been through everything. This is the lady, I've been divorced. My husband or my wife has died. I've learned from this lesson, that lesson, and I don't take no bullshit. I know everything for what it is. Let me tell you what it is. About to tell you what it is. And that actually is how you gain success, with your honesty, okay? That's what I'm seeing, like expert honesty. You're sharing something, you're learning something, you're learning it like you're constantly like learning. So that's one thing that I'm saying at the top and bottom of the deck, but let's get into your oracle cards. Your first oracle card is the Hummingbird, okay? Then you have Standstill, and we really are sitting in this energy. This is where I feel that study hall, because you got Standstill, and then your very first position, when we get into your tarot, is the Hangman, okay? Right, the dreaded Hangman, but it looks like it could be working in your favor right now. Third position, you have the Moon. Okay, and I'm picking up magic there too, because I see some stuff in your spread, but we'll get to it. Top of the deck, you have the Giveaway. Bottom of the deck, you have the Sacrifice. The Giveaway and Sacrifice. All right, so let's start from the beginning and work our way through, y'all. Okay, give me a sec. Where's this book? So, Hummingbird. Hummingbird, Hummingbird. Hummingbird says, okay, despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbirds teach us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Okay? Hummingbirds invite you to embark on an epic quest. Bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurt. So bypass all that bullshit. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear. The calling you hear ever so softly. And I always tell you guys this, that sometimes you're calling what you want to do, or the divine is asking you to do, always feels like a nudge. It didn't at least feel like a shout to me, you know. So if you get that soft nudge to go over here, try that, look into this, that's what you should do, okay? All right, give me 1 second. Let me see what else what we got, because this has a lot, guys. It says buzzing. The buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. And that's what we were talking about in the last reading, like how we're tired of all of these tests and these karmic cycles and stuff. But even if you have to, trust that success is assured. Know that all will be well, because the all is in the small. Take that, y'all. The all is in the small. And I guess that's why you need to pay attention to the soft nudges, the little things right now. You need to pay attention to the little things, because everything is there, good or bad. Like, to know is in some small thing, okay? The medicine of this card, this mighty being comes to teach you stillness in motion, right? Because that hummingbird is right in front of that flower, but flapping really, really hard, but stuck in one space. So it teaches you stillness in motion, and to trust your inner knowing, for the sweetest nectar is assured. The other thing, stillness in motion, is when you are still, or things feel like it's at a standstill, there is something you could be doing. There's something you're supposed to be doing while nothing else is going on around you. So if you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Okay? Get out of your comfort zone, y'all. Still your mind, even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls to you to test new wings. Okay? All right, that's hummingbird. Okay, that was a good one. But you know, the one thing that I don't want to forget about, y'all, in the very beginning, it's territorial. It protects its home. So the other thing that hummingbird is telling y'all to do is it's real important to keep your boundaries right now. Like, all while there's a standstill, you could be working on something and all that kind of stuff. There could be people trying to cross your boundary, and hummingbird is saying, I'm not having it. You're not gonna, hurt me or my home. Okay, second position, we have standstill. All right, let me get it for you. Give me a second. Standstill. What does it say? Standstill. When standstill appears, it is a symbol of pausing. Okay, the act of observation and breathing space. It represents the benefits of temporary non-action, as well as what happens when one is stuck. So you can feel stuck, okay? When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information, or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift, orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all the parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus of whatever has stalled. Take the focus off whatever has stalled, okay? Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. So things will start moving sooner than you think. I think it is good to study or dig into whatever you are meant to be looking into, but it's as if the other, like, when it says constant action, like trying to be busy in areas outside of where you think you're being pushed, like things you think that should be happening. Like, I should be dating, or what else should be happening? I should be with my friends right now, or I should be whatever you think it is. But you don't have to be busy if ain't nobody to be busy with. If things feel slow, they feel slow for a reason. There's a reason why you feel stuck, okay? And it ain't all bad. So give me a second. Yeah, they want you to get out of analysis paralysis, because I think some of you are like beating your head about like what's wrong, like why is life so slow? Y'all have been feeling this energy, like it's been over a year of this kind of energy, and probably longer for some. And this literally could be stemming all the way from 2020 up until now. So I know that some of you are like, I am so tired of not knowing and can't figure it out, but it's for a reason. At least what I'm seeing in your tarot is keeping you safe from something. So it's time to get rid of analysis paralysis. Stand still invites you to turn within, breathe, and recognize that this is the condition of the moment. It allows you the opportunity to bear witness to whatever is going on before movement resumes. See, we can't go to the next part without knowing what's really going on everywhere else in our lives. In those parts where we think people are still supposed to be with us, journeying forward with us. That's why we keep getting this 12th house energy coming, these secrets being, coming up. You feel like, oh, I can't move. Something's not happening. It's because before we move you to the next level, you have to know the truths, the things that were hidden, and the people that can't go. They can't go no further, right? So it says whatever is going on, you get to bear witness to whatever is going on before movement resumes. This is also an opportunity to abort a project, to exit before damage. And it may also be time to relieve you of an unnecessary burden that you took on without considering the cost. And guys, I've been mentioning that too, about housing situations or car loans, people asking you to do things that it feels like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in this. Well, in this time, you get to look at it a little bit closer before you like walk into a disaster. Okay, so give me a second. Yeah, relieve you of an unnecessary burden that you took on without considering the cost. Which one it is depends on your stopping, taking a deep breath, quieting your mind, and removing all your distractions. Then you can make your next move in a grounded, relaxed, detached way. When something doesn't go the way you think it should, remember the following. What is yours cannot be taken away. What is yours cannot be taken away. You're not missing anything. You don't have to chase it down. Nothing like that, okay? So be still and observe, okay? And whatever you felt like you got yourself into that you can't get yourself out, you'll be able to get out of it right now because things are so slow, right? Okay? Relationship, contract, whatever it is, you'll be able to see. Hold on. All right, let's go to the moon. The moon, okay? I'm trying to hurry up and get this reading while I still got some sun. Give me a second, y'all. The moon. Okay, the moon spends equal time in the dark as it does in the light of the sun. And now it comes to remind you of this balance, all right? It says, comes to remind you of this balance. Have you been too focused on outer achievement, productivity, or social engagements? Okay, so I'm saying my friends, my this, my that, okay? Or have you spent too much time hidden from the outer world, not wanting to interact or show your face? Meditate on the significance of the moon cycle and let it gently guide you out of your bottomless depths. Head back to the world of outer expression and connection with others. Let it help you make time for yourself, your feelings, your feelings and your essential human and spiritual needs. This card calls to you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month, so you can get unstuck, whether from a specific situation or life in general. For this, you need to make time to be with yourself without the distractions of modern society and have the courage to look at the unwanted or unembraced parts of your being until you arrive at a place of resolution. Shamanic lore explains that the finest measures of humanity are hidden where people are most afraid to go. Okay, so either within yourself or wherever you feel led to go, don't be scared. And it's twofold. It's talking about some of us who feel like we've been having to hide away from people, and then others of us who feel like we have to be around everybody. So that really, take it as it resonates, because some of you all need space away, and others of you all who have been feeling sort of restricted need to come out. So it all depends on your rhythm or your cycle, which cycle, because everybody's at a different cycle or phase. Okay? All right. But don't be afraid to look within or go wherever it is that Spirit is leading you to go. All right. Top of the deck, the giveaway. The giveaway. Okay, give me a second. Oh, the sun is leaving. The giveaway. The giveaway says, the giveaway is the gift you offer to life. And give me one sec, y'all, because there's a lot here. This is about gratitude, okay? It says, make a list of 10 people and things for which you are grateful. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. The giveaway comes to ask you to feel the same gratitude without needing anything or anyone to inspire it, and to share this gratitude with those you meet. As you offer thanks, your heart opens and you start realizing how much life has given you. You heal your feelings of scarcity and open yourself to the abundance that surrounds you. The giveaway invites you to be in the flow of life, and as you give freely and receive freely. Okay? It says, it is difficult for you to set limits. Is it? The medicine of this card of the giveaway says, is it difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give? See, boundaries. This connects back to Hummingbird. Is it difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give? If you give more than is healthy, then you will not be able to give for long, okay? You'll feel resentful with your partner or associate, or you'll feel like the world owes you something in return. You could also feel resentful in your work, okay? Notice if you give for any reason other than pure generosity. Are you trying to be liked or accepted? Are you hoping to heal an old wound? Start giving to yourself first and foremost. Offer yourself the care, the love, the time, the acceptance that you are longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others, all right? So watch how much you're giving and why you're doing it, because it could also make something that you find joy in, you could build a resentment. And then you got to remember why you're doing it, right? Am I doing it for money, or am I doing it because it makes me happy? Am I doing it because I want people to like me? You know, because that's why some people are quitting some things or don't want to do something. Okay. All right. Wait. Oh, we got one more. Sorry. You have sacrifice. Sacrifice 44. Give me a sec. Sacrifice says it means to make sacred. All right, to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude. Second card about gratitude. So we got to have gratitude. We got to have boundaries. It's made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. Okay, give me a second. The sacrifice asks that you offer to spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying, and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways, okay? The medicine of this card says, what is the one person or thing you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. So whatever it is in your life that's been so heavy that you need to let go of, when you let it go, you make room for wealth. And the fact that I feel like we're in study hall or whatever this is, learning, some of us have to sacrifice some time to nurture ourselves and our gifts more, our crafts more, right? Because then we become the expert, and when we step into that position, we gain so much from it because we know so much. But how are we gonna know that much if we didn't take the time to set out the time to create those boundaries for ourselves to become better, right? All right. So it's just asking you to give yourself more time, give spirit your time, give you your time. Okay, guys, let's get into your ancestor messages. We got a lot of messages. Your ancestors are telling it all. They are telling it all. So some themes that I'm seeing in your tarot portion are beauty, whether it be like beauty industry, like style. Yeah, it could be fashion or style or hair, cosmetics, male or female, barbers, beauticians, but all into the industries of beauty and fashion. Singing, there's something about drugs or pharmaceuticals, herbs, agriculture, fertility, witchcraft, physical ailments, somebody being able to alleviate a physical ailment, finance, real estate, farming, agriculture, finance, real estate, and there's some sex stuff. Some sex stuff we got to cover. Actually, it's the very first thing I see in your first position. But what I'm really feeling, guys, is this thing about, I'm gonna call it a spiritual study hall, because it's like, in high school you leave one class, and study hall is not a class, but it's time for you to do something for you, time for you to work something out, time for you to study a lot before a big test you have in the next class, or finish up your project. Let's say you and your friends didn't have a project finished or whatever, and you have time to do that in study hall, or just look back over your notes, or just prepare for something. Like you're literally in this space to prepare for the next level. So those of you who have been feeling a standstill or going through something, this is why. And it's for you to prepare for the next level, the next part, because what I see a lot of abundance, but I see a lot of people who these are some weird characters, some of them, okay? Not all of them, but some of them. And the thing that could get you the most, when I say just preparing for the next class, studying over your notes, I feel that in an emotional sense, like having an assessment about who I am, what I've been through, and how I usually approach people. Okay? It's like you've had enough time, or you need to be utilizing your time to literally go over your triggers, your emotions, like your emotional triggers, why I emotionally look for a certain kind of thing. Am I looking for validation? Something like that. So if you're not preparing, you could be doing all three, like preparing a project, preparing yourself to move to the next level in business. But one of the main things is assessing your emotions, because you'll notice how they drive you in certain directions and make you deal with people in ways that when you had that time to yourself, you were like, yeah, I was doing that out of like some emotional need that I wasn't aware of. The study hall, the silence, gives you a better perspective about how to handle certain people, okay? Because I do see something here about like status, social status, and recognizing that. And I feel like you're not gonna be so, at least you shouldn't, if you look at your emotions, so willing to jump and give and jump through hoops for a particular person or group. Okay, so let's get to the top and bottom of the deck first, all right? So you have the Page of Pentacles and the Magician at the top, all right? And then you have the Queen of Swords clarified by the Sun. All right, no matter what your profession, whatever it is that you do, I feel like you are becoming an expert communicator, an expert within health, an expert within magic. Some of you all are heavily into the occult. There's this other thing where I feel like, I don't care like what you do, if you've been interested in the occult, like creating any form of charms or sigils or something like that, I feel like you are preparing your protection before you go into a new space in your life, okay? There's something here where I feel like you've gotten better at that. You are a student of your craft, but some of you all have been a student of the occult, possibly because you've been attacked so much by negative energies or witchcraft. All right. But give me a second. Definitely. You're getting better at what you do. The more you study your craft, the better you become. The more of an expert you become. You're not only pulling and drawing from your studies, but you're also drawing from your wisdom. Okay? Your ancestors want you to know that you have learned a lot simply through life. I mean, we got the Queen of Swords. This is the lady. She's been divorced. She's lost her partner. She's been through everything, you know, and she's not one to play a fool. Because of her wisdom, she sees very clearly, and actually she knows who she is. With the sun energy, this is the identity. Like, what she's been through has allowed her to see who I am, you know, from everything I was able to overcome. Maybe in her early years, she thought she was weak or wasn't knowledgeable, or maybe she felt gullible, you know, but here, no gullibility, no weakness. This person may even, or you, however this energy is playing out for you, you may even be a little quick or short with people because you're just not wanting to play the fool, okay? But either way, your wisdom is your success, whether you want to share it or you're just using it in order to navigate the next level that you're going on. Definitely. But the one thing though is, as wise as you are, you're wise enough to know that you are like this constant student, or there's something that some of you all do where you're a certification or something. There's a constant need to keep up with that, to update, or to make sure you're like tapped in into what the trends are, like what's changing in your industry. So I feel that. And because you're tapped in, because you know what you know from the past and you're aware of the coming trends, you are going to be a dynamic success. Like, I really do feel that. Like, you are, especially in your second position, a force to be reckoned with. Like, because your focus is so on point at this point that I even see people who want to like stop you because you're so focused and you have so much strength. But give me a second, because there's a lot that I'm feeling from this page and the Magician. Those of you who do work in agriculture, you're still learning herbs and things like that. Actually, I kind of see that too in the first position. Yeah. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm gonna move on. If I feel something else, I'm gonna say it. But let's get into your first position. So your first position, it is the Hangman and the Four of Swords in reverse. So this is the general message from your maternal line regarding who you are and how you live. Because of this stall, okay, it's got some of you Four of Swords in your head. So some of you all could be having negative thoughts, and your ancestors on your maternal line are asking you to calm down. Like, they want you to calm down, take a breather, like literally, like take a beat. It's a lot about drinking water here. Drink some water, stay hydrated. What you think is going on isn't like, if you think there's a disaster because of this slowness, it's not a disaster, okay? So you need to change your perspective of the way you think of your situation, because you're thinking of it very negative for some of you, and all I see is prosperity, okay? I do see other issues, but I see prosperity. So you need to keep doing what you're doing. This is another reason why you're in spiritual study hall. I only call it spiritual because that's the nature of why you're in this holding place, but you study whatever you need to while you are being held up. Whatever your thing is what you should be focused on. Okay? Even if you're saying that thing isn't making me any money, but I told you, if it's what you're good at, you know, if it made a lot of money at one point and it's just slow now, don't worry about that. It's go back to it, okay? And give it your attention, because it's about to give you a lot, okay? Now, there's something here that, I don't know if this is a personal level thing or this is something someone does, but when you have the Four of Swords, actually, before I even go there, I want to mention somebody's a very strong magician, clairvoyant, or a psychic. All right, really, really strong, especially because you have the magician, Page of Pentacles, but definitely when you have the Four of Swords and the Hangman. So another thing is if you're worried or constantly thinking negative, I think it's affecting your sleep. And in your dreams is where your ancestors could be communicating things about your situation that you're just not getting. So some of you all have to get some sleep. You have to stop worrying and go to bed. Now, I don't know if there's an issue here with how you get to sleep. All right, give me a second. Because y'all, with this first position, we got so much. I don't know if you smoke before you go to bed, and I'm not saying whether that's good or bad, but the Four of Swords is in the reverse. Then there's something here. There could be, some of y'all could be watching porn before bed. I don't know if that's a thing, but you may want to limit that. But somebody is interested. I don't know if it's you or a friend of yours, somebody in your energy. This doesn't have to be you. They want to take mind-altering drugs, okay? So when you get the Four of Swords, you have Jupiter and Libra is the mind because we're dealing with an air sign. And in that sign, you have Jupiter, meaning expanding the mind, right? But your Four of Swords is in the reverse. So whoever this is, whether it's you or your friend, you need to tell them, like, before they take some mind-expanding drug, or mind control, I don't know which one it is, but before they take some mind expanding drug, they need an anchor. And I don't know if you're the anchor. See, this is the mind expanding drug, and then this is the anchor. But see, these birds will attack the body if you are not, because it's in the reverse, if you're not in a good state of mind. So if you have been really worried about your life circumstances and situations, and you've been thinking negative like every day, you may not want to do like mushrooms or something with these friends or whoever this is. Or if you have a friend like that and they don't tell you what they've been going through, you just be there for them because they need an anchor. They need somebody to bring them back. Now, I don't know if someone's going to have a negative reaction to this thing because Four of Swords could indicate the hospital. But I'll tell you, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'll say this. Somebody needs water, all right? Someone with Jupiter, Neptune, we're dealing with Pisces energy, and that is water, okay? Another reason why your ancestors are calling out the Four of Swords, Hangman, is because they're trying to prevent you from doing something negative. Okay? When you have the Four of Swords, it's putting you in a state of solitude or rest because in your current state of thinking, you will go out and do something that you shouldn't do or something that would actually hurt you. So it's like you don't know how bad it is out there for what it is you want to do. So now if you feel like, damn, I can't do nothing, or I can't get in contact with anybody, or so-and-so hasn't hit me up, your ancestors are making certain people not talk to you or making it so that you don't go to a certain place because they're trying to protect like your life. Okay, give me a second. Now, there is this drugs and sex thing here too. And I'm only gonna, okay, we just got to get into it. I don't know if you do drugs and have sex, right? The only reason why I'm cautioning somebody around that is because you seem to be a strong psychic. And when you do certain drugs, you open up your aura so much that you allow other entities or attachments that could be in the room or on the person you're having sex with to latch on to you. And I honestly want to say this to everybody, but especially to the gays, only because the Four of Swords can represent sodomy. Okay. So I know, because I am a gay, right, that some of us, not all of us, not me, at least, not that I haven't tried it, some of us do certain things to relax that muscle, okay? Whether that's taking poppers or smoking marijuana or something like that. And I'm not telling nobody how or what to do. I'm just saying that if you are a sensitive person, I don't know if you've noticed the effects that poppers or marijuana have had on you after a sexual experience. I just think that your ancestors are calling it out for a reason, because I think it's affecting how your gift, or how they get to speak to you after you're done doing what you're doing. See, some people will say like they have a good experience with marijuana recreationally, or, you know, sexually or whatever, or how they feel spiritually after they take it. And others have a different experience. So you personally would know, but I'm calling out somebody's personal experience with drugs and sex. Give me a second. The other thing is, I think I need to say this to a lady, or here. So I told you I was singing. I'm picking up stuff about music, possibly could be music industry. There could be, there's music industry, sports, or something like that. I'm gonna say it to somebody who's either going into with this group blindly, or a woman who is noticing something different about her man who's involved in sports or music. It's this butt sex. Okay, somebody is literally like getting done. And I'll tell you this. So I mentioned poppers. If you smell poppers on your man, it's like a chemically kind of smell. Poppers have different flavors or whatever, but if you're smelling like this chemically different, fruity, or just chemical kind of smell on your guy after, you know, sports with the boys, or we're in the studio, I'm gonna let you know that your dude is into some heavy butt sex. Now, whether he's getting done in the butt or doing it is here nor there, because both could be sniffing on him. So just let you know that. Or if you ever, ladies, if you ever come across a guy who keeps pressuring you, you know, one of the biggest reasons why I'm talking about this is because you have the hermit and the devil. And when you get the hermit and the devil, you're talking about fetishes and sexual stuff, right? So if you have a guy that is pressuring you into anal, and he brings up poppers or brings you a small bottle of something to sniff before y'all go into it, you need to know that guy is definitely into guys. He has sex with a lot of guys, all right? So if your man comes out of nowhere with some poppers, you know how he knows about it, all right? It's from the gays, because he's a gay. Hold on, give me a second. But definitely, no matter whatever the drug is, because in the LGBTQ community, it could be marijuana, it could be poppers, but sometimes people get high on other things and they have sex. This is an issue. It's spiritually stifling somebody. It's making, what they want here is for you to sacrifice anything base. Okay? They want you to sacrifice something base. And they're asking this because whoever I'm talking to is a gifted person, and they have the ability to go higher. So you need, and when I say sacrifice, well, here, listen, you know what you need to stop doing for a short period of time, and you know what you need to stop doing for forever. So all I'm going to say is they're asking you to sacrifice something that's very base, or that you feel has been having a negative effect on you, all right, with this drug sex thing, okay? Because whoever this is, you are in contact with another spirit or principality. But if you are compromised, then these birds get to come in. It's like you get a lot of static when you should be getting a clear message. You get a lot of static because of drugs, all right? Okay, that's your first position. That's what your maternal line is saying. Now, when your second position, it says the general message from your paternal line regarding who you are and how you live, okay? You got the Knight of Wands, 8 of Air. Knight of Wands, 8 of Air. So you are somebody very, very, very bold. It almost looks like you can't be contained, because someone wants to contain you. Like, oh, we can trap this bird, but really it's like, you're trying to trap a bird, but I'm a big ass horse, okay? I'm too big. I'm too big to trap, even though you are actively trying. So someone is actively trotting around like wildfire, trying to spread a rumor or gossip, okay? Now, this doesn't have to be now. This could be in the future. But for some of you, it probably is now, since it's in the second position. But like I said, and I mentioned this in readings before, new groups you enter and things, there's just this big thing of gossip. I think a lot of people, because you'll be doing well or better, people feel like they need to get ahead of you by either talking about you now to discourage you or talking about you later because of the changes that are going to be happening in your life. But either way, like whoever it is, they are going around and around and telling as many people as they can either it could be a truth or it could be a whole lie, but they love spreading rumors, and it is only to get you to stop doing what you're doing. This person or these people are very intimidated by your strength and your focus. They don't understand how you are so determined and focused in whatever area it is in life that you work in or have a passion for. You definitely have a passion for whatever it is you're doing. And it bothers them. Like, the weird thing is it should inspire them. I know it does, but they have so many blocks or are very lazy that they don't have the energy to go toward their own thing. But man, be careful of, you even rushing in to certain relationships or different things like that, because certain people will try to like control you. Eight of Swords. You'll be so excited about doing something brand new that you kind of miss, the signs that these people were jealous. Okay. Even from a sexual standpoint, since we do have this red on the top, be careful, because people, they'll talk about you. And here it is, like third position here. Your third position is what the ancestors what the ancestors in your maternal line want from you. Okay? It's this 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. What they want you to do is to let go of the past and the pain and to start something new. These 10 swords of everything that's ever happened is getting in the way of your focus for some, okay? But I'm gonna tell you, this this Queen of Swords with the Sun tells me that there's wisdom from this pain. There's wisdom. And if you focus on it in one way of woe is me, then you're not working. But if you can take this and turn it into something, you've done a good thing. You've turned your pain possibly into profit. All right, some of you are turning pain into profit. The other thing I see here is a back and, his hand is stretched out. I don't know if some of you are interested in acupuncture, massage therapy, Reiki, or something like that. That is for someone. I also feel like somebody is getting the poison out, energetic or physically, by something that they're concocting. Like they're making a concoction that's getting all the poison out. Okay? Now, for some of you, the poison could be the poison of the past, right? Virgo energy. I'm using my focus on my career and my health to detox. There's a detox here. Because even in the Four of Swords, we're talking about detoxing, and then you have Neptune energy, right? So there is either you can make a detox, or you're detoxing old hurts and things so that you can have a new beginning. But they don't want you focused on the pain only to be focused on the pain. You need to utilize the pain, okay? And turn it into something, turn it into an endeavor. Now, the only other thing that I'm seeing with that 10 of Swords, what they want from you is to notice that someone could or is trying to betray you on the job, possibly, with the 10 of Swords. If they've done it already, you need to keep distance from them. Because 10s always make me feel like it's already done. You have the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Swords next to each other. Not all of you are dealing with this, but there are a good number of you who are dealing with gossip and literal betrayal. All because you stand out. All because people feel like you are some sort of force to be reckoned with. And you really are. You're very, very bold. You say things, you say it like it is. Knight of Wands, you say it like it is, and that puts people off. You are so focused on your work. There's a part of you that when you are into the work, you ignore emotions, not because you want to, only because you get wrapped up in your passion. you know, and I think some people try to pull you into some sort of emotional thing that they have going on, and you're like, I'm just too focused, I'm just doing me, and then they find ways, like, if they can't distract you with their own emotional dramas, they talk shit about you. There's just somebody who just cannot leave you alone, or can't figure out why they can't stop you, you know? Stupid. It's stupid. Because all of this really is about your dynamism, or is that how you say it? Or how dynamic you are. It's really just because they don't like your force, your effect, your impact. Yeah, you have an impact, okay? Give me a second. So yeah, especially those of you who are into the herbal things or whatever the case may be, I think some of you are focused on ways to heal people, okay? Whether that's from a psychological way, whether that's your music that heals people, whether that it is you're making an herbal concoction that will release certain toxins. All right, give me a second. Let's go to your fourth position. This is what the ancestors in your paternal line want from you. Okay, give me a second. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, clarified by the Outcast or the Fool. Okay? You gotta, give me a second, because there's a lot. I feel this energy of gambling or doing something foolish. I feel an energy of recognizing why I have to grow up, recognizing that sometimes I am an outsider and that's okay. I don't know if you feel like being an outsider has prevented you from having the things you want, but it will be the reason why you have the things you want. And because you are an outsider, you know pitfalls. You're wise. You've had enough time to see landmines or what happens with other people. Because your Jupiter energy starts at the very beginning, right? And now you have this Jupiter energy of the Wheel of Fortune. So what that's telling me is that there are going to be a lot of opportunities and ways for you to do things. But with the Fool in reverse means that everything isn't for you. Just because it's all offered doesn't mean you should take it. And there could be an energy of surplus or abundance. And if you were an outcast prior with this Ten of Swords, you know, if you felt outcasted prior and then all of a sudden all of these avenues open up, you may want to take part in it because you felt like I never got to take part in these things. But as the outcast, you saw all those things. Everything that somebody didn't allow me to do was really for a reason. So that before you got to this point that you're about to step into now, you don't get lost in all those avenues that you felt like I'm being banned from or rejected from. Hold on. So it's almost like this ancestor, what they want from you is like, don't, just because everything is now available, get into like this folly state, or like you don't know nothing, because you got Queen of Swords energy, you know a lot, right? To the point where you're stepping into anything that's offered to you. You're taking on everything. You're gambling with your resources or your health or something like that. They want you to slow down, because if you approach the next class after your study hall, you go to the next class acting like you ain't learned or don't know, you're going to make the Wheel of Fortune stop turning for you, because you'll enter some section on the wheel that you can't get out of. This is another reason why you need to figure out like where you are mentally, you know, while you're in this space of not moving. Where is your focus? Like what is the part that I can't, while I'm here and I can't do anything, what is the part of my life that I am most stuck or upset about? And how do I get the right perspective on it so I can move on, right? Because that is where you can get stuck in your new phase about something that happened in the past or something with finances. What am I good at? What am I stuck on? Because when life opens up for me, I don't need to be only in that area, because I'll only be in that area while the wheel is going and I'm just sitting here stuck where I always have been, trying to figure out why this and that ain't working, you know, or trying to solve it, thinking that this new opportunity, what I'm saying is not new opportunity, because you're going to get a bunch of new opportunities, but certain opportunities aren't like for you, and you could get caught up in something. All right. So think before you leap. Think before you leap. All right. That is what they want you to do. Give me a sec. We are on your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th position. This is the gift that you've inherited from your maternal line that you are underutilizing. Scrutiny? Analyzing? All right. Okay. This is something I told you were clairvoyant, and I told you need to pay attention to your dreams. So you can see a disaster before it happens. You know when to walk away. See, everybody else is dealing with a disaster, but when you kind of pull your energy away, you're not. And you want to know why? Because you saw it coming. Hold on, bro. You saw whatever this disaster was coming. Sometimes when I see the tower being clarified by, clarifying the hermit, I always feel like it's someone trying to like put a bomb on your path. Like the landmines. I think I mentioned this earlier, but you can see the landmines. You put your lamp down and you go, oh, there's one. And you walk around it. And then there's another one. So however that is, see, because Mars energy, it's aggression, fighting, conflicts, issues with the body. I think somebody might try to I think you're going to be looking very good, or you already look good at this time. And people may even try to attack your body or something like that. If it's not in a sexual way, it's just maybe talking shit. But whatever the case may be, you know when to back off and to separate yourself. See, that's the other thing, because I'm picking that up in your 6th position. You know when to separate yourself before things go wrong. Just because these new people are partying with, or I've been partying with, or whatever the case may be, they always doing something, looking good. I know when something's about to turn into a disaster. I don't let appearances fool me. I know. That's the beauty of having been outcasted, or not being able to, having your will sort of taken away in certain areas, is because that same thing you've been looking and hoping to do, you've been able to study what goes on in it before you get there, right? And because I was able to see that, I know whether or not I want to go into it or what to avoid if I go into it. And I can tell when someone is trying to put an obstacle in my way, because I do feel that energy with the Tower Hermit. There is a particular person trying to do that. And be careful, because I know I did a reading earlier. It's the sexual stuff, sometimes people with money be into some wild stuff, and they think you should just accept it. You don't have to. You don't. Whatever this person is proposing or trying to make you do, you don't have to do it. And that could be a way that this person tries to hinder you or control you, mind control you. I am picking up occult kind of energy here with this devil. This is the last set you have, Devil, 10 of Cups. This could be your family, right? But this could also, sometimes 10 of Cups is like a group or a cult or a gang stalking and stuff like that. All right, so here, let's move to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th position. You got Yemaya. You got 3 of Cups clarified by Yemaya. Okay, 3 of Cups clarified by Yemaya. Give me a second. 6th position. This is the gift you've inherited from your paternal line that you are underutilizing. It's your social skills. It's your beauty. Your beauty and your social skills are 2 things you are underutilizing. And y'all, beauty, literally, some of y'all, when I say beauty, it's your inner beauty, outer beauty. But just because society or a group of people find one thing beautiful doesn't mean that other parts of you or everything about you is beautiful. Don't let anybody define your beauty. If you feel beautiful, that is exactly what the fuck you are. You're beautiful. So you have more confidence than you think. I think sometimes your past, because the divine wanted to keep you out of certain things, it hit your self-confidence and made you feel insecure when people rejected you. But people weren't rejecting you because it was like, get away. They were rejecting you because you were bold. You were authentic. You were dynamic. You stood out. You were capturing everybody's attention. You were taking all the air out of the room. All right. So now you're getting a chance to actually feel how you've always felt. I don't know why the fuck people been sleeping on me. So people won't be sleeping on you when you are ready to say like, okay, I don't give a fuck and I'm going to go do what I got to do in whatever industry it is that you are interested in. Okay. So here I'm seeing that. Now, this person looks like they're preparing. I felt a couple things. This is where I was feeling the beauty industry or like barbershops and things. Some of you may want to start your own salon or barbershop. Some of you have met these people through salons or barbershops, community things, or at a party. You meet them at a party or some networking event, but she's preparing herself to go party with them. And she's getting, ready, looking her best. But the one thing that the divine wants you to know is you don't got to try so hard. Like these people that you're trying to impress, one or more of them, they got their own secret. She's the one with her back turned, right? So some people have infiltrated groups and they're pretending like they have money or they've made it in there based on their looks, but they have no talent or they have no skill. And you're coming with more than what some people have. So know that while you're trying to impress them, whoever this one is or whatever, they kind of like just kind of got in there, right? So you have more, you have it all. So be careful about talking too much. With this energy, it's like, I feel like because I'm uncomfortable, I need to do more. I need to be more accessible. I need to say more. I need to constantly be trying to, hey, yeah, all right, it's all great. You don't got to do that. Actually, you could be a lot more low key and it will probably throw them off and make them talk more or try harder to get to know you. I'm not saying being a dick or an asshole by being standoffish. I'm just saying you don't have to be incessant. Just be calm when you get to know these new groups of people or these friends. Don't tell them all your business. Don't. Especially if you are someone who is going around a lot of people with a lot of money and everybody is like status driven. Do not, okay? Play it cool, all right? Hold on, give me a second. Because you really do, you'd be surprised how many people are faking the funk in those circles who actually has money, who actually has a certain talent or a skill, all right? People lie a lot. But you seem to be running in circles in the coming future or right now with people who, this is what people look up to as far as popularity, class. There's going to be some stuff about gender here, gender roles. You know what? Another thing too, I was feeling with this 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. What was this in your third position? They want you to know some people are racist, okay? Some of y'all are going to be dealing with bigotry or someone trying to marginalize you, okay? But again, if you've dealt with it already, that is going to be what was meant to hurt you is actually your strong suit, all right? The fact that you were marginalized, you know something that these people don't know because they were trying to push you out. Give me a second. You don't got to try hard. You don't. You're very skilled, very, very skilled. This is another reason why you gotta, in your study hall, check your emotions. Because am I trying to make these people choose me when it's not even like that? You know, you don't have to be chosen. You've entered whatever place in life you enter, God opened that up for you and wanted you to see this place or learn from this experience or benefit from this place. So you don't have to be a pick me kind of person or let me try real hard. You already came with all your knowledge. This is why your study hall is building up this knowledge. That's valuable. What you know, what you can do is valuable. So you trying to like overcompensate by being overly social or let me be my prettiest or my sexiest, it's not necessary, okay? But it is necessary to network. It is necessary to socialize. It's necessary to have your emotions in order so that you don't have these pitfalls. You come with a new strength that allows you to move, because, you know, we've been dealing with all these people we can't trust, and people who have been talking behind our back and all this kind of stuff. It makes a lot of us very reclusive, but you can't always be reclusive for certain stages. That's why in one of the oracle cards, it was saying that about, I can't remember because I don't have them out, y'all. I'm shooting this at a different time, but it was talking about either being social or removing yourself. And for some of you, it's time to be social. And then when you see that things are getting crazy, you'll know how to remove yourself. You just pull back, right? You don't want to be somebody on call for these people all the time, for every little thing they want to do. You don't want to be on call for them. You know, you choose what's good for you, okay? Now, the ancestor, here, hold on, let me see. The ancestor most eager to connect and work with you at this time is the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Earth. I love this, okay? You have an ancestor that's like, if you, my blood, if you're related to me, you're gonna make some money, all right? And the way that this person did it, I mean, look at everything he has. He has a lot. Got a lot to show for his hard work. That's how he got it. Hard work, dedication, being able to see what was important and what wasn't. See, your King of Pentacles ancestor was able to party with the guys and the girls, but he knew when to step away. When to step away and not go too hard or do too much. See, it's people in those circles with nothing to lose because they're faking the funk or they're born into whatever they're doing. So they ain't got nothing to lose. They can go hard all the way to the wee hours. You can't. You can't, because you're actually building something. You're constantly working and building something. The Emperor isn't here, but I know that this King of Pentacles was working to be an Emperor. All right. Now, the funny thing is, I do feel like this energy of mentorship or guidance, like she is a mother and these are like daughters. I don't know if some of you are like trying to build a salon or build something that you can give to your daughters or something you're trying to pass down to your son. But I'm feeling that kind of energy with Yemaya, King of Pentacles, and then their clarifiers. But the other thing is, if it's not about passing something down to, you know, your heirs, you need a mentor. This King of Pentacles is saying, not only am I providing you guidance to find, you know, what it is you're supposed to be doing, but there is someone living. There's a living person around you that you need to make your mentor, is what your ancestor is saying, right? And that's for certain people, because certain industries you do need it. And I've been saying this a lot too in prior readings, that there's somebody around you trying to advise you, give you good advice that you should follow. Some people aren't taking the advice just out of a lack of confidence. And that's the thing, get your confidence up. Thinking you don't deserve to be in a position or around certain people? What? Please, okay? So here, this King of Pentacles, and you know what? This is what adds to confidence, is being secure and stable, like sticking to your routine, not overdoing it, not allowing everybody to pull at your energy. Oh, come here now, and now come here and meet us for brunch. No, I'm working on something, and I'll come around you guys when I am able to. That will build your confidence, and it'll build your money, build the bank. All right. This ancestor possibly could have worked, it could have been a land owner, real estate, or someone who could have been a healer or worked with herbs or agriculture. Because we even here, we have a Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. See, again, with the superiority of it, you know, of the position, right? So there is some form of learning. And if it's not you having to take that role as the student, it's saying that maybe it's time that you step into a role where you are teaching. Maybe you're teaching beauty. Okay? Maybe you're doing tutorials. Maybe you are opening a new school. Maybe you are teaching someone about real estate or land or agriculture. Whatever the case may be, the energy of a mentor is here. Either you need one or it's time you become one. You could become one through your own you could create your own school. You could create an online thing, or you could just start sharing that experience online or through YouTube or TikTok or something like that. That's the next level for somebody. But in order to level up, there is this communication that's about to happen. And that's going to allow someone to get where they need to go in whatever field they work in. Give me a second. All right. This ancestor could have been really good at stopping like witchcraft, helping people. Oh, here, that was the other thing. If it's not beauty, guys, some of you, it's fertility. So like whether you're masculine or feminine, you could be coming up with ways that will help someone increase their fertility or virility, right? If someone has impotence, because here we go. You may have an herb that'll help with impotence to get that bull standing straight up, right? Or you may want to be a midwife. You may want to start your own midwifing company thing, all right? If it's not about beauty, this is about nurturing and motherhood, okay? Cancerian energy, Yamaya energy. Yeah, definitely. Because I told you I was feeling something about fertility, so there's something about working with women or herbs that may help with that kind of stuff. And I told you in the last reading, I was saying something about in vitro fertilization. So this could be like alternatives to like that. You know, it could be a more holistic approach to sex, fertility, virility. And like I said, somebody is good at finding ways to help people be protected from witchcraft. Yeah, that could have been something that was such an issue for you that you've learned how to do it, and you're helping other people figure out how to stop this energy. And I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I pick it up so much, I don't think that energy is going to stop anytime soon. The more people, the more people are jealous, the more people watch you do something new and that they get like interested into these like esoteric things or watching more tarot, the more they will do witchcraft, right? Whether they know better or not. But the good thing is they will know better if you protect yourself well. They'll know not to fuck with you no more. Okay? Give me a second. Yeah, there's a very healing, nurturing energy I feel with the 6th and 7th position and with this ancestor. But they're trying to tell you, what the King of Pentacles is also trying to tell you is that you're going to go through stages of growth and then times where it's going to stagnate and then you're going to grow again. So you're still in your growing phase. Like, and make sure you save, because there's this blessing here. This Ace of Pentacles is probably going to get you going. This ancestor is already telling you something's coming. There's a good chunk that is coming to help you move on to the next part, but you got to keep working on it and not get too caught up in the partying that you miss opportunities or misspend money. Okay, hold on. Yeah. There's probably some land some of you guys are about to inherit too. All right. In your 8th position, you have the 4 of Swords clarified by the 5 of Water, 5 of Cups. There's something else here. So you got the 4 of Swords twice. And it's not just about butt sex. So hold on. Okay. Let me get these right. 4 of Swords twice. Okay, one where something's holding you up. Something could be dangerous, whether it's drugs or not. And then another where there's regret. There is regret. Someone could be wanting to apologize for leaving or abandoning you. And they want to make a truce, but that in your first position, this person is still dangerous. This person is going to stop you. One thing with the 4 of Swords twice is telling me is that this person has already done a bad deed that you are aware of or will become aware of, and that do not take them back, y'all. It's like whoever you're saying, okay, I'll give you a second chance. You know what they're capable of. So the only thing I see is sacrifice them in order to move forward, or you're sacrificing yourself in order to have them back in your life. All right, this is going to be a tough thing because I'm guessing that with Four of Swords energy, the fact that you want to make this truce is like you're really trying. And I don't know the emotional connection you have to this person, but it's detrimental to you. It's like you literally sacrificing your dreams, your ambitions, or whatever it is that you're trying to do to have someone who will destroy everything or will like do what they did again to you in the past. Ten of Swords is here. Somebody, I keep trying to tell y'all already know. You've already experienced it, and I don't know if it's the loneliness or that's family or we've been friends for a long time, but somebody keeps fucking y'all over, and this time is not a good time to say, I forgive you, all right? I don't know who this is, but see, the hurt that they're gonna do is you would really regret whatever this is. Now, I'm gonna take it back too. You have the Three of Cups and you have the Five of Cups. Now, in the Five of Cups, 3 of those cups are already knocked down. So what that card is telling you is I regret overdoing it. That could have been sex. That could have been partying too much. Could have been saying I'm sorry about messing around with a friend or that female or whatever. They're gonna do it again. It's gonna hurt. There's anger here. We have Scorpio Mars energy. Okay, so be careful about who you are allowing back into your energy. They will betray you all over again. Don't be sacrificing yourself for these people because they would never sacrifice themselves for you. That's the thing. These people don't reciprocate. It's funny how you're willing to forgive them, but you can't think of a time where they actually reciprocated. All they ever ask for is forgiveness. You know me, I got that problem. Yeah, and you gotta get away from me. Like, get the fuck away from me. So, in your, what is this? Give me a second. That was your 8th position. That's what this ancestor's trying to tell you. It's like, yo, everything that we're building and making, right, that I'm guiding you to is going to be undone by creating a truce with someone who has weak character. This is why you got to get your emotions in order, to stand firm in your decision. Stand firm in your decision because this person will let you drown. When the situation reappears and you're looking for help, they will not be there and you'll be grasping at weak branches, trying to save yourself, and they'll be hoping that you drown. All right? Here, in your last position, this is what will we achieve if we consistently work together to solve your problems. It's freedom. You'll achieve freedom and awareness. There's some shit going on with somebody's family or a spouse. All right? This devil energy, whether it be drugs, sex, it's stuff that these people can't let go. For others of you, this is some form of coven. And I'm going to say it's a coven or a cult. And sometimes it's like a literal cult and people who operate cult-like. Y'all know those kinds of groups where, it's super, super toxic, but these people will not get away from each other. There's a good number, whether it's your family, your husband or your wife, your husband or your wife's family, or this group you find as you move into the next phase, they come with devil energy. And the devil is loaded with so many vices. And what they would want to do is keep you tied to it. Okay? So you have an ancestor that is trying to break that. Break the chains of vices from others, vices from your family, vices that could have been passed down to you, or vices that you learned, Because some of this stuff, man, it's not fair. It's not fair. The coping mechanisms or the things we've seen or the things people taught us on purpose to hold us back, But you're in a space where you can process that and move on from it if you are willing to emotionally go through the process, to not be afraid of your emotions, to say what is me and what isn't me, what was learned and what's not learned, what's their problem and not mine, what are their projections and not mine, right? That allows me a truth to understand who I am and my energy and move on. You guys are carrying a lot of power, a lot of skill. Like, you are really skilled, very powerful. And not only that, you're learning more and more every day how to grow that power. Not only from the wisdom from the past, but the things you're willing to venture off into and learn now, right? So I really do see you as someone unstoppable. Someone very unstoppable, okay? All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Don't let anybody control you, take advantage of you, anything like that. All right, give me one sec. So if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys, see ya.